And is that problem then, he talks an awful lot about the war on woke, and Florida is where wokeness goes to die. And I mean, these issues we speak about a lot here on this show, and they are really, really important. But do you think that there's a sense that maybe he's talking too much to people who are already agreeing with him on this stuff, but it doesn't do stuff to, get jobs back, build wages, get manufacturing back, and deal with sort of crime and mayhem in the cities?
So here's the thing. Wokeness is terrible. It's evil. It's regressive. It's spitting in the face of Dr. King's vision. It's really, really bad and dangerous. It's great that he's fighting it in Florida. Here's the problem. The problem is we have enormous kitchen table problems in this country that neither party is willing to talk about. I was recently in Florida. I was interviewing working class people who work 2-3 jobs who will never be able to retire. They work harder than you and I do every single day of their lives, and they simply don't have enough to save. Neither party is willing to talk about the struggle those people have. You know who talked about it? President Donald Trump. He understood who his base was. His base was the American working class that has been forgotten by the contemptuous elites of both parties. And what he understood about them is that, yes, they're socially conservative. They hate the wokeness. It's bad in their eyes. A lot of them are religious, but even those who aren't, they're socially conservative. They believe in, stable, good middle class values. But their struggles right now are so intense in terms of the economic piece that the woke question is really second, third, fourth priority. The Trump voter is socially conservative and economically protectionist. They have three top issues. They're anti-war, they're anti-immigration, and they need somebody who's going to stand up to the contemptuous elites in both parties. And I just don't see Ron DeSantis understanding that. When you ask a working class person to prioritize the war on woke over a protectionist economic policy that puts them first, you are asking the most vulnerable people in this country to carry water for the wealthy elites. And I find that to be extremely gross and unacceptable.
So it sounds like, Batya, what you're saying here is that just as, I guess, kind of when Hillary Clinton pivoted away from economic issues and towards, race and gender issues to fight Bernie Sanders, it almost sounds like the American elite is now pushing crazy woke issues almost as a distraction while they then, clean up and, make more money while this sort of broad working class gets poorer and poorer. It's a great sort of distraction while a huge transfer of wealth takes place. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And, here's the thing. DeSantis did mention a few things, immigration. He didn't talk about inflation at all or how he was going to get it down. He did have sort of a sense that, there was something beyond the woke, but you could tell that his engine really got revving when he was talking about these woke wars he was fighting. Contrast that with any Trump rally. Trump is most excited when he's talking about jobs, when he's talking about, America first was what he called it, right? MAGA. That to him, that was the thing that continues to get President Trump's engine revving. And so it's a question of, where is your energy? What is the thing you're most excited about fixing? And who are you speaking to? And to me, it seems that DeSantis is speaking to the elites in his party while Trump is really speaking to the working class.